if you go back to the 70s, there are two gigantic water diversion things that came out, both sending water to the States. One of them basically involved damming the Rocky Mountain Trench and turning it into a giant lake from Site C down to the Libby Dam in Montana. And there was one on the Alberta side with dams starting on the Athabasca with siphons and pipelines shifting it down into the Milk River.
Yeah.
Wow.
Those are still out there. Trump's been talking about that giant faucet in Canada.
Right, exactly.
And you will notice that the irrigators, who are largely conservative,
And paid by government.
are not chipping in on this idea that selenium is a problem. And I believe the reason that they're not getting involved is because they've already had the discussions about water transfer that can happen by, doing this connective damming business. And the government is even talking about it. It's in the literature that they're thinking about that as a solution.
Yeah,
We'll
but
mine the
you have
eastern
to be-
slopes and we'll transfer the water from the Athabasca down here.
So insane.
You have to be as old as you and me, Mike, though, to remember it.
Yeah, that's probably right.
I think this is where these hearings, they're not all about hearings, there's some education that needs to be, like we talked about, bringing awareness to the oil and gas infrastructure in the area, but also, like, I've heard these as rumors, and I've always said, no way, but you're telling me these transfers from the Athabasca to the Milk watershed is accurate, like
Isn't it
somewhere.
called the prime plan?
These are alarming plans that if more people are aware, I think it galvanizes people towards saying, I'm going to stand up and say no to that. And I think that's what's happened with the selenium issue, but there's all these other issues that are talked about behind closed doors that the general public are not aware of.